The question that paralyzes you the most starting YouTube automation is which niche should I pick? And it makes sense because if you pick wrong, you might easily waste 90 days of money and work and effort that you put into starting a new YouTube automation niche. And if you pick the wrong niche, you might not get monetized or even worse, get banned or blocked. So in this video, I'm going to walk you through 5 YouTube automation niches that you can get started with right now. It's a mix of established niches, but also newer niches that are not too saturated yet. And I'm going to explain to you why I think these can work based on my past 4 to 5 years of experience running YouTube automation myself and also teaching hundreds of others through my YouTube automation FTS program. So first of all, what makes a good niche? I think it's a very important question most beginners should ask themselves because you have to know what you are looking for. And in my eyes, the 3 things that you have to start thinking about before even picking a niche is if the view numbers make sense, if big channels are earning well, and if new channels are monetized fast enough. So within 2 to 3 months of starting a new channel. The second question is the video production is possible for you. So is it AI made? Is it higher quality edits? Is it freelancers that make the videos? You have to pick your battles. And what I mean by this is you have to see what your monthly budget is, and also how much time you have to make these videos. And for the niches that you're researching, you have to understand how they are made. Because there's a lot of different ways to edit videos and in terms of quality. So if you start into a niche where the video editing requires like $200 per video, but you are a beginner and don't have a big budget, it's probably not the best to start in. But if you have a niche that you can easily make videos with AI yourself, that's probably a better choice for you. So based on your time and money, you also have to make informed decisions. And then third, of course, you want to have a niche that has a high enough RPM, so ideally minimum of $4 or $5, so that you actually have a scalable channel that makes you enough money when you get a few 100,000 views. Now for the 5 channels that I'm going to show you, I'm going to try to explain these 3 bullets. You can't always know the RPM, but you can know the view numbers and how they are made by looking at the videos. The first channel we have today is called Backyard Bird Mind. I thought it was a really fun channel that I came across. I think it's a mimic of the cat channel Falloon that did really well a few weeks or months ago. And yeah, it's all about birds, as you can see. They have 41,000 subs, 42 videos posted only. Let's see what their views are doing, all right? So they got started in, what is this, April? Yeah, they got started very, very shortly ago. So only like 2-3 months old. And yeah, they immediately had a really big viral video, it seems. They had 3 million views in May, and now in June it's dying off a little bit, the views. So let's see what they're doing. So as you can see, everything is about birds, and specific behavior or things explained about birds. It seems like the topic is doing well where they go at certain times. For example, in the evening. And that is also their biggest video. What happens to your birds at night? You've never seen this. The bird that remembers your face and has been watching you for a month. What the birds in your yard are actually saying to each other. So these videos are 12 to 16 minutes long. Well, last month they died off a bit. They went to 140,000 views, and now they have like a total of 4 million views already. So yeah, if your RPM is $5-ish, it's a nice $15,000 channel with just 42 videos posted. So that's looking very good in just 2 months of starting out. As you can see, their second video immediately went very viral. 10 everyday things that drive the birds away from your yard forever. So it's kind of like tips about bird, but also like ways to, maybe some people like having birds in their garden and how to keep them there too. So when you see a channel like this, the first thing I always think of which other animals are sort of like animals that you can make videos or channels about, about. So it's already done with like cats, with dogs. Now this is like the bird channel. Like what other like animals that are very common or for people to keep is an animal that you can make a channel like this about. And then you research into that, and then you just test a channel like that too. Maybe if this is the only bird channel that there is now, you can look at the outlier videos they have and then make something related to that. For example, this one is like, it remembers your face, what happens to your birds at night, what happens to them in your yard. It's more like about birds that you keep in your house or in your yard and their behavior, so to say. So that's something you could, for example, look at doubling down on for a topic. Now let's see how this channel is making their videos. So as you can see, they just moving like comic style images for their video editing. So they just make AI generated images based on the text, based on their script, and then they have like a zoom in and out effect. It's very simple to make this. It just takes some time to make all the images, and then every like, let's see how long, like 3-4 seconds, they just change the image. See, so they keep the images fairly long, even like 20 seconds almost. And then you just make a script with AI and also a voiceover with AI, and it's fairly simple to make these videos. So I think this would be a very good beginner channel to make. The second channel we are covering today is Walter's Tool Talk. It has almost 4,000 subs, only 20 videos posted, and they talk about tools or like old equipment that can be worth a lot in the future. So they cover like fishing lures, pocket watches, what is this? Fishing reels, pocket knives, and everything like that. They currently are sitting at 400,000 views. They only started like a month ago, so it's a very new channel. Yeah, literally like 4 or 5 weeks ago they started. So it's still very new, but they are monetized already, and they got like 500,000 views. So it seems like a good rising channel that you can start. And this channel kind of covers like male tools that you are keeping in the house, like the pocket watches, like the lures, the fishing reels, and all that stuff. So yeah, just think about anything that people, men or women, keep in their house that can go up in value, for example, and then you can make videos like this about these things. It's a fairly simple concept, but it seems to work really well for this particular. These videos are a bit harder to make, because in this case they actually have to find the fishing reels, if it's about fishing reels, and show them in the video. And of course you need to show the correct items that you're talking about in the videos, because if some like fanatic collector is watching these videos and he sees that you are using this wrong AI images or something else, then they of course won't trust your channel and call you bullshit like AI slop channel. So compared to the first channel, this one does need a little bit more work, because you have to find the images for the specific items you're using, but it's still like very simple image slideshow that they're making, and the rest is also just AI generated script and voiceovers and all that. The third channel we covered today is Inside Japan Living. They have almost 8,000 subscribers and only 11 videos posted, and this is about everything about Japanese lifestyle, or like tips and tricks from Japan. They did almost 500,000 views since they started like a month ago. So again, a very good channel. They started their first video 3 or 4 weeks ago, and they already have 8,000 subscribers and 500,000 views. So very good channel that's on the rise. And with this one, this is the prime example of channels that I like to mimic, where this one is about Japan, but you can do this about any other country or geopolitical like place or anything like that. So it's a very good like concept to take and then look at that country or place, what is the like their unique tips and tricks or what they do really well, and then you can make a channel like this. So these are the typical AI generated listicle channels about countries, as you see. 15 things Japanese people never keep in their kitchen, 21 things, 5 habits, 7 habits. See, it's very 8 Japanese habits. It's very typical here. This one, 400,000 views. That's like their viral vid. Also the second video, 15 things Japanese people never keep at home and you should remove too. These kind of videos have been done a lot with religion, especially with like Buddhism, if I'm correct. But now it seems like it made its way to like more like country-based channels. So yeah, this one is very easy to mimic in any other country or language or whatever. Let's see how to make their videos. It's probably some AI generated images too. Okay, so this is more like an animated style though, it's not just images. So this is a bit like higher production quality too. These are image slideshows with zoom effects though, just like the other videos. And as you can see, it's again like a little bit this like cartoon-ish style, so maybe it's from the same creator. But yeah, fairly simple to do. Just make the AI images based on your script and like make it for every like 10-20 seconds based on what you're talking about in the script, put it together, put the voiceover on it, and boom, you are done with your channel. And honestly, if you have a channel ID like this with the listicle style, if you make the script and the voiceover, you can make it in a few minutes, and then the editing will take a bit longer, but as you can see, this channel did really well, really fast, so it's a very good option for you to get into. You can change Japanese to Chinese, Brazilian, German, French, like any other country that you can think of, or maybe a historical place. Right. Fourth channel we have today is called Hidden Homestead, and these channels have been again blowing up in these last few weeks and months. This one has 90,000 subs with just 90 videos posted, and they are getting 550,000 views a month at the moment, and they peaked at almost 3 views a month last month. And it's a fairly new channel too. They started 3-4 months ago. So again, a very good one. And these have actually a back-end product on their website too. So they are also monetizing with digital products and not only from AdSense revenue. So there's also, like, in the last few weeks or months, maybe if you're in YouTube automation, a lot of people are preaching to put digital products on their website, on their YouTube channels again, to make that extra revenue apart from AdSense revenue. It's a very good source of extra money, but I would first make sure that you have a channel that gets views before you start making digital products to accompany your earnings. This channel is kind of like a tips and tricks channel for your house. These topics do the best here. So as you can see here, 2 cheap metals that eliminate any bug forever. 1 copper cable eliminates all mold. This 1 powder protects wood for 50 years. I think all the channels, the last 3 channels we've seen is a lot of things about like tips and tricks for your house and your home, and ways to optimize stuff in your house. So these are like very universal topics that always seem to perform very well. These videos are 20 minutes long too, so they probably have a good RPM, which makes it very scalable, right? They have a lot of subscribers, they got a lot of views here. This one got 500,000 views, 200,000, 170,000. And these are fairly simple, broad topics to make videos about. So these videos, again, are a bit harder to make because they mainly use B-roll video footage and some text overlays too, compared to just generating all the content with AI. So again, barrier of entry for this is a bit higher. Maybe they use a tool like VidRush to make these videos, but these are not just AI generated images. These are more like more real life images that they put in those videos. Still fairly simple to make, but again, yeah, will cost you a little bit more time than the AI generated videos we just have been looking at. Fifth and the last channel is called The Tape Library, and this is an all-time classic channel in YouTube automation. It's like a horror storytelling niche. They have 160 videos, 500,000 subs, very good established channel. They're making 2.2 million views every single month, so these guys are doing very, very well, and it seems like they are growing too. So definitely take note of this channel. They have 40-minute long videos, so they are cashing in, because RPM will be very high on this. As you can see, it's just the horrifying legend of Lake Huron, Legends of Lake Huron, story of Shepton Mine, disturbing Shepton Mine disaster, mystery of Zaragoza Goblin. See, so I think it's like based on true story, like horror stories, that they are making these really like good storytelling videos about. This is not like the general looking AI, like AI slop storytelling niche. This looks like higher production quality videos. So yeah, for beginners, for complete beginners, I wouldn't recommend getting into channels where you have to make like 40-50 minute long videos, because you just need a like good freelancer for it to do this, and the video is going to be expensive if you have to make 40-minute long videos. So yeah, take inspiration from this, but I wouldn't recommend you starting in 40-minute long videos. You're going to have to spend a lot of money to get this made. Like this one is 3 hours, as you can see. And this will just slow your progress and your learning curve and make the barrier of entry too high for you to start in. I would really, as a beginner, focus on the second, third, and fourth channel, where you can play around with the AI tools yourself, get some channels off the ground, and then when you have some money saved up to reinvest, you can maybe get into stuff like this that is a lot longer and harder to make. Okay, as one last bonus entry, I have this channel Deep Made Simple. They have 200k subs, 140 videos, and they are getting 2.5 million views every single month. And this is one of those classic religion channels, also made fully with AI. And yeah, they're doing actually very, very well, which has been very hard in this religious niche because it's so saturated. But they seem to have found a way of doing it with very unique concept thumbnails that is really working for them. In the last 2 months, 3 months, you can see that they have a lot of videos nearing 1 million views and a few 100,000 views. So these are just like Christianity stories explained, everything related to the Bible, Paul here, Isaiah, everything like this. And yeah, these are typical AI style videos. The cool thing with this religious niche is the RPM is very high. For like 12, 15-minute videos, you can already have like $10+ RPM. So if you have 15-minute long videos, your RPM is going to be like $20+. So there's a lot of money that these guys are making. As you can see, again, it's just AI generated like water book coloring style videos. They make the image, they put it in there, and they put just an AI text over it. So again, replicate this, look at other religions, look at what is working on this channel, and see if you can replicate and mimic it. So that was it for the 6 niches for today. I hope it was helpful, I hope it was insightful, and I hope you can take some of these niches and flip them to your own niches and get started with your YouTube automation business. If you want to learn more about my 5M system and how I take these channels and replicate them into new channels, then join my free YouTube automation community with the link in the description. First of all, you get a template with hundreds of niches that you can start with. I also break these niches down and show you how you can start new channels based on these winning niches. If you have any questions about the video, comment them down here. And if you want to learn more about this 5M system and how I help people make $3,000 a month YouTube automation channels, watch the video on screen right here.